Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're re-diving into what might be one of the most talked about episodes of Wheel of Fortune this year. You guessed it, we're breaking down the full September 30th, 2025 episode. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss a single second of this recap. From the moment our three new contestants, we have Sarah, a kindergarten teacher from Ohio, David, a retired firefighter from California, and Chloe, a budding chef from New Orleans, walked onto the stage. You could just feel the energy in the studio. Pat and Vanna were in top form, and the puzzles tonight, let's just say the writers were feeling particularly clever. We kicked things off with the first toss-up. The category was Thing. Sarah and Chloe looked a little stunned, but they were all smiles, ready for the real competition to begin. The first full puzzle of the night was under the category What Are You Doing? This is always a fun one. Sarah got to spin first, and she started strong, picking up a T and an N. She bought a vowel, an E, which really opened up the board. After a few more lucky spins, including landing on that coveted express wedge, she had a good chunk of the puzzle revealed. The board was starting to make sense, but she took a risk and spun one more time, landing on a bankrupt O. The collective groan from the audience was heartbreaking. All that hard work and cash gone in an instant. That unfortunate spin passed the wheel over to David. He was playing it safe, methodically picking common consonants. He picked up an R, an S, and a G. With the letters on the board, he decided to solve it. Rearranging the furniture. Correct, David scooped up a nice little sum and the lead in the game. Chloe hadn't even had a chance to spin yet, but you could see the determination in her eyes. The game was just getting started. Next up was the mystery round, and the category was same name. This one always trips people up. Chloe finally got her chance to spin, and she came out swinging. Her first spin landed on the $500 space, and she called a C. There were two of them. She was immediately on the board with $1,000. She kept her momentum going, picking up a few more letters before landing on one of the mystery wedges. The big question: to flip or not to flip? The crowd was shouting, "Flip it, flip it." And Chloe, feeling the pressure and the excitement, decided to go for it. She flipped the wedge, and it was the $10,000 prize. The studio erupted. What an incredible moment for Chloe. She now had this huge prize, but she still needed to solve the puzzle to keep it. The pressure was immense. She bought an I and an O, and the puzzle was nearly complete. With a confident smile, she read the board. Mario and Patrick Andretti. A perfect solve. Just like that, Chloe catapulted into first place with a massive lead. Sarah and David were great sports, congratulating her on the huge win. That one round completely changed the dynamic of the entire game. After that excitement, we moved into our second toss-up puzzle with the category Fun and Games. The letters began to appear, and this time it was Sarah who was quickest on the buzzer. With just a few letters showing, she correctly solved playing leapfrog. That was a much-needed $2,000 for her, getting her back in the game and boosting her confidence after that tough bankrupt earlier. It was great to see her bounce back like that. The scores were tightening up, and it was still anyone's game heading into the next round. The third puzzle of the night was the prize puzzle, and the category was place. This is the one everyone wants to win, not just for the cash, but for that amazing trip. David was up, and he was playing a very strategic game. He was calling letters that would help him identify the location. He hit a D and an L, then bought a crucial A. You could see the gears turning in his head. After a couple more safe spins, he decided he had it. He solved a charming coastal village. That was correct, and Pat revealed the prize. A trip to Portugal, an absolutely beautiful destination. Adding the trip value to his score, David surged back into the lead. This game was a total roller coaster. We headed into the final toss-up before the bonus round. The category, Living Thing. This one was fast. As soon as the B and R appeared, Chloe buzzed in. Brown bear. She shouted correct. That $3,000 added to her total, but it wasn't quite enough to overtake David's lead. So, our big winner for the night, heading to the bonus round with an impressive total and a trip to Portugal under his belt, was David. Sarah and Chloe played wonderfully, but tonight was David's night. Now for the nail-biting conclusion, the bonus round. David spun the big wheel and landed on the A in Americas. He was faced with the category phrase, a notoriously tricky one. The board gave him the standard R, S, T, L, N, and E. The puzzle looked sparse, with only an N and two ES appearing. For his picks, he went with C, D, M, and A, a very solid combination. The new letters popped up. A C and two AS were added. The board now read _CA_ per ampere ND _E. David stared at it. The clock started ticking down. The audience was silent. Pack and GO, he said. No, pick and ... double quotes. He trailed off. The seconds were flying by. Back and ... with just 2 seconds left, he shouted black and white. Was it right? The buzzer sounded. Pat opened the card, and it was correct. Black and white. The audience went wild. David had pulled it off at the last second. And the prize. Pat revealed he had won an additional $40,000, bringing his grand total for the day to over $65,000 in cash and prizes. What an absolutely phenomenal finish to an incredible game. Huge congratulations to David on his amazing win, and a round of applause for Sarah and Chloe, who were fantastic competitors. This episode truly had it all. Huge risks, incredible rewards, and a bonus round win that came down to the wire. What was your favorite moment? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching this recap with me. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our next breakdown. We'll see you in the next video.